You know, there have been comparisons with Macklemore because he's someone else also who doesn't really style himself like a rapper. He has his own thing, slick back hair, that type of thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say so much comparisons musically, but if you look at what he's done, obviously like on a strategy level with the business and shit, it's just like, you know, I mean, he came in and he did it. You know, it's like everything you dream of. He came in and killed it. Like that last year was insane.
4 Grammys.
Yeah, fucking wild.
Were you surprised that he got the hip hop Grammy over Kendrick Lamar?
Nah, cause it's the Grammys. You got to think about it. You know what I mean? Like who's like on these panels, like choosing these awards. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
So you weren't surprised at all?
Nah, nah.
Well, you know what's interesting about the Grammys is that if you're selected to be on the voting council of the Grammys, at that point you could vote for every category, regardless of how familiar you are with that category.
Nah, but again, I mean, that's why I say it's like that's the Grammys, you know. And he made a rap album celebrating gay marriage in thrift stores, and it's like you knew that was gonna happen. You know, his story, everything about that, you just knew it was gonna happen. Like you couldn't have been surprised, you know. Whether or not it was the best rap album of the year or whatever, you know, it was the Grammys. You just knew it was gonna happen, you know. But I mean, kudos to him, man. It's like to go from the internet to 4 Grammys to platinum. You know what I mean? It's like that's crazy. You gotta tip your hat to it. It's crazy.
So Lord Jamar, he comes on VladTV a lot and kind of speaks his mind. And one of the things that he said, you know, he was talking about Macklemore, and he feels that white rappers are guests in the house of hip hop, and hip hop, you know, is essentially a black art form.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of validity to that. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just a kid that grew up, you know, around this culture, inspired by it, and just had a dream to make music. You know what I mean? And I feel honored to, you know, have this opportunity for it to finally reach people and just to, you know, be doing this. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's, you know, it is what it is.
Do you feel that as time goes on, you're going to see, you know, more and more prominent white rappers out there?
I mean, you know, it's crazy, dude. It's like my brother plays trumpet. He's like a jazz head. And it's crazy if you look at the history of jazz and the similarities, you know, between that and hip hop, man. It's kind of wild. And, you know, things, I don't know, man. It's tough to say, you know, but most likely it's weird. But the other thing that happens, man, and I think this has to do with the internet, is like, you know, as the internet grows and mass media like TV and radio die, you see the walls of genres being broken down, and you see like 1,000,001 subgenres all over the place. You know, there's just so much room for so much more with the internet and shit that, you know, it's not necessarily confined by the same walls as the past. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to fit within this format, within this exact genre. You know what I mean? There's room for almost. I mean, look at Bass God. There's room for everything on the internet. So you just have all these different, you know, sounds and subcultures and styles and, you know, like areas within the genre growing and you know, like establishing themselves. So it's crazy.
Do you think that if you were born like 20 years ago, during the time where there were only a couple, you know, hip hop radio stations, only a couple hip hop publications, that you would even get this far?
Man, that's a crazy question. All I can say is the mentality has always been the same. It's always been like, if I'm gonna do this, then just swing for the fucking fences. You know what I mean? Aim for the stars. If that would have meant that I would have landed at first base and, you know what I mean, got caught out and became a bum because that was my only option and I didn't have a plan B, then that could happen. You know, the internet definitely, you know, provides opportunities, you know, that weren't there in the past, but who the hell knows? It's like somebody like me, like my work ethic and my drive is like slightly psychotic. Like I want this shit so bad that, you know, it's just I'm in there working every day. So who knows? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a completely different world now, you know?